Test. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for Olive Branch High School's class of 2001. I want to thank the senior class, the teachers, the administration, and particularly Mr. Brigance for making me a part of this program this evening. I'd like to make two requests before we begin tonight's program. First, please turn off any cell phones or beepers that you may have with you this evening. Secondly, traditionally, the Olive Branch High School graduation has been a very reverent ceremony. During the presentation of diplomas, please withhold your applause until the last graduate receives his diploma. Also, please refrain from any loud outbursts. We are proud of all of our graduates and would like for each of them to receive equal recognition. Thank you.
Let's pray. Dear Lord, I want to take this time to thank you for all the blessing we've experienced the past 4 years at Olive Branch High School. Lord, I want to thank you for all the faculty, our families, and for all of those who have brought us to where we are today. Thank you for all the lasting friendships we've made, and keep us in your grace as we journey to where you lead. Amen.
Now please turn towards the flag for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I would like to introduce the speakers for tonight's graduation ceremony. Our first speaker will be Mr. Jerry R. Baird, DeSoto County Superintendent of Education. Speaking after Mr. Baird will be Jonathan William Moody, salutatorian of the class of 2001. And our final speaker will be Timothy David Wardlow, the valedictorian of this year's class. Jerry Baird is in his 6th year as superintendent of the DeSoto County Schools. Previously, he had served as a teacher, coach, and principal. Mr. Baird was principal at Horn Lake High School for 5 years and at South Haven High School for 15 years. He is a man of strength and wisdom. It's my pleasure to introduce tonight's speaker, Mr. Jerry Baird.
Congratulations, seniors. Today, you sit in the chairs that you have thought and dreamed about for many years. Each of you has traveled a long, sometimes difficult path to reach this place today. You have worked hard to reach one of the greatest milestones of your life. And hopefully you realize that you have not traveled the pathway to this place alone. Along the way, parents, teachers, and friends have patted you on the back when you deserved it and picked you up when you needed it. Together, you have arrived at this place of celebration. I congratulate each one of you for your many honors and achievements. Even in this ceremony, you should realize that this day is not an ending. Today is a beginning. This day will start a new journey for you, one that may stop in an institution of higher learning, or perhaps the next stop for you will be in the workplace in a city far from your DeSoto County home. Regardless of your destination, this is a path that you must travel for yourself. Set your goals high and work diligently to reach those goals. Many years ago, Augustine told us that God provides the wind, but man must raise the sails. Raise your sails and raise them high. Do not be afraid of the future, but rely on the advice of Emily Dixon when she mused, "Not knowing when the end will come, I open every door." Some doors will hide great rewards. Others will lead to deep sorrow. Along the way, pain will come. But let us remember that pain is inevitable. But suffering is optional. No one knows what lies behind the many unopened doors that you will discover. But I challenge you to open those doors and make the best of what life deals you. Before this day is over, graduates, take time to savor your accomplishments. Then take a little more time to say thank you to those who helped you get here today. Honor those who cheered you, worried about you, bragged about you, and kept you in spending money for the past 18 years. Make habits of asking questions, saying thank you, and making new friends. Your life is just beginning. Don't rely on the past. Make good use of the future. Make the best of this day and all that are yet to come. Former President George Bush told a graduating class to follow the examples of those who came before you and set examples for those who will follow. The best days are yet to come. I trust that you will heed his advice by always doing the best that you can. In closing, I leave you with this old Irish blessing. May the road rise to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall softly upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you.
As the first graduating class of the new millennium, I feel that it is our duty to set the precedents for those classes to follow, much as we have done by choosing to graduate in this tremendous facility, the DeSoto Civic Center. In that respect, I would like to begin a new tradition, the recognition of more than just valedictorian and salutatorian. Over the course past year, there were several points in which I was aware of how close the race for this honor was and feared a great many times about how I would feel to place in third and receive no recognition for my achievements. With this in mind, I would like to formally announce the top 10 ranking students of this graduating class, not because they are better or more deserving, but rather as a reward for their diligent efforts that have so far gone unnoticed. If the following students could please stand and be recognized. Lauren Hurley. Emily Anderson. Rebecca Newsom. Kayla Smith. Savannah Tao. Matt Harmon. Kathleen O'Donohue. And Lori Lyon. Standing before you on this stage, I reflect upon the past 4 years as best I can. I try to remember all the joys and all the sadnesses of high school, and I've come to some conclusions about myself, about you, and about life. I'd like to share those conclusions with you. First, life is a game. Perpetual struggle between our desires, our needs, and the rest of the world. The odds are not fair, and oftentimes they are not in our favor. Yet, in spite of these truths, we play anyway. Each of us, every individual, plays our own role, and as a result of the game, we are supposed to learn from the plays of the past and apply those in the future. In my position, one universal truth of the game has revealed itself: risk. Wayne Gretzky once said, "You miss 100% of the shots you never take." No game is ever won without taking chances, and life is not complete without taking risks. It is true that sometimes we would be better off not to take those risks. Sometimes caution advises us against it, and sometimes common sense tells us not to. But sometimes it is necessary to take that blind leap into the unknown just to see what happens, for better or for worse. Carpe diem, seize the day. Live each day as your last. Each of these cliches holds the same universal idea, and never before has it been so vital to our lives. In this game, there is no silver medal for second, and everyone plays to win. For us to have any chance, we must accept our responsibilities, accept our role, our position, and live life to the fullest. There's no reason not to. Second, life is a journey, a trip spanning time, place, and mind. On this voyage, perhaps the most important lesson we can learn is that of Robert Frost. Two paths converged in a lonely wood, and I took the one less traveled by. Although we all start in the same place and must inevitably end at the same destination, we are all meant to forge our own way. Sometimes our paths may not be easy, and many times do we cross the paths of others, but it is essential to remain on our own course and remain true to ourselves. All of us are individuals, and all of us are unique in our own way, so why not live accordingly? Jack Handy once wrote, "If you saw two guys, Hambone and Flippy, which do you think would like dolphins more?" I'd say Flippy, wouldn't you? You'd be wrong, though. It's Hambone. Two individuals are being true to themselves, realizing that they are not bound by the chains of society, but rather only by their own dreams. This is our goal and our dream. We are to travel far and wide, limited only by ourselves and our imagination. We must forge our own path and live up to our own expectations, no one else's. We are Generation X. We are the leaders of tomorrow. We are the future. Ours is a time unlike any our predecessors have ever known. We are born and raised in a world with no war to fight and no cause to rally behind. Yet, this only makes us that much stronger. We have the opportunity to do as we wish, to live our own lives, and to forge our own paths as we see fit. Our paths are paved with gold and lead us onward into the future, into glory. Third, life is a search, a continuous pursuit of the intangible. In all our knowledge, all our technology, so much of our existence remains unknown. Despite thousands of years' worth of science, despite the strongest computer, and despite the smartest people of all time, we remain unable to answer one of the simplest questions: why? It is true that this life is composed of the unknown, and perhaps that is what makes it so enjoyable. Perhaps the reason we exist is to question why we are here and to search for answers. Or perhaps we are not meant to pose such questions and are here simply to treasure the beauty of life. Matthew Broderick once said, "Life goes by pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you might miss it." Life is a treasure greater than anything we can possibly fathom, and for this, we should not squander it. It is true that we can raise an infinite number of questions, but are they meant to be asked? Life is a search, a chase for the ultimate prize. We follow so many things that we are uncertain of, be it out of religious belief, be it out of curiosity, or be it out of sheer bliss. Those things which we infatuate ourselves with and those questions they raise, that is a part of our existence, but they are not meant to become the whole. So, here we are, graduation. We've received the basic training for our search, and now we must discover what we are looking for. 4 years, 1 high school, and a tremendous number of remarkable people. What can I say? I know enough for myself to say that I have learned at least one thing from my time here. Not from the classes, not from the books, but from the people. You can argue life's philosophy for an eternity and never reach a real answer. But the conclusion I've made in these 4 years is this: life is a game. Life is a journey. Life is a search. Life is all these things. But most importantly of all, life is our quest to reach the one thing we possess and can never truly understand: happiness. So here we are. Here I am, on the stage before you. I know that my quest has begun, and yours, if yours is not already, it is about to. So I say to you, my friends, my family, my comrades, and my elders, this is a time of celebration, a time of reflection, and a time of awakening. Now we must go forth with open eyes and open minds. After all, this is not meant to be the beginning of the end, but rather the end of the beginning. Thank you.
Tonight is the accumulation of 12 years of work and dedication. 12 years. Think about it. That's 2/3 of our lives thus spent preparing for the day when we must walk across this stage and onto the world stage and make a place for ourselves. We all knew that such a day would come. All our lives, teachers and parents have told us as much, telling us that we are the future. The children of today will be the leaders of tomorrow, to quote a popular phrase. But look around. We are no longer children. And it is time that we stop being a promise not yet fulfilled. We have to stop thinking of ourselves in terms of what will be and begin thinking of ourselves as part of the prosperity that is today. We are all young adults. We have jobs and bills and responsibilities. Granted, less than those of our parents, but given time, we too will share in the burdens of the world. Our time is coming, faster than some would prefer and slower than others would like, but it's coming. With every passing day, with every realized dream, it draws closer. Tonight may be the largest step we have taken as of yet toward this end. But don't forget, this is just the completion of one goal, of one milestone in a lifetime of many. From this moment on, we must set new goals and work toward new dreams. I encourage you, however, not to get lost in the seas of ambition and desire. Let your ambitions and dreams be the stars by which you navigate your life. But remember that the port you leave behind will always be home. Do not allow yourself to be consumed with the prospect of new adventures and new desires, that you lose your appreciation for the gifts that are already present in your life, because one never knows what is permanent in this life. Stephen Levain once stated, "The irony of desire is that when you receive the object of desire, it creates that state of mind we call satisfaction for only a moment. Do not let the satisfaction of your accomplishment fade with time, only to be replaced with new ambitions and regrets over what could have been. Instead, relish in your successes, for they are a part of you. Find happiness and fulfillment in them." I am not against other ambitions. Dreams are things to be cherished. They give us the will to improve ourselves and the determination to change the world. I am only asking you that you do not get overly concerned with the future. It will come to being without your rushing toward it. Enjoy the present. Savor the now. Because when the present becomes the past, all that remains are memories. Make them pleasant ones. I would now like to address the teachers who have been with us all these years, who have watched us develop into the people we are today. To you, I would like to express our gratitude. You have encouraged us and challenged us. You have watched us struggle and helped us to excel. Some of you came into our lives briefly, perhaps for only a single semester. But the impact will be forever lasting. A lot has changed over such a time period. We have gone from young, immature freshmen and sophomores to immature, slightly less immature seniors. The point is, you were there during this crucial time. You saw firsthand the changes that took place within us. You helped us not only to expand our knowledge, but you encouraged us to expand our minds. Amos Bronson Alcott once stated, "The true teacher defends his pupils against his own personal influence. He inspires self-trust. He guides their eyes from himself to the spirit that quickens him. He will have no disciple." During the past 4 years, I have met several teachers who practice this principle. I can point to Mr. Boswell as one such educator, but just one of many here at Olive Branch High School. I consider him pretty much a saint for putting up with me these last 3 years I have had with him. Through 4 science courses, I have constantly deviated from the methods he taught. I just saw a different approach to a given problem. Some teachers would view this as wrong, as me just being difficult, but Mr. Boswell allowed me to use my methods as long as they were sound. Such teachers who allow their students to follow their own paths instead of making their personal opinions the accepted truths have learned through experience that such an atmosphere breeds creativity and individuality, as evident by the sea of unique individuals that we see here. To these people, our class owes a debt of gratitude. and I would like to extend our thanks. Finally, I would like to address our parents, you who have seen us at our worst and at our best, yet you have continued to stick by us with unconditional support. You are the ones to whom we owe the greatest debt, a debt that can never be repaid. I just hope that seeing us before you, preparing to receive our diplomas, will make the sacrifices you have made worthwhile. The future, as always, is uncertain, but we will continue to require your love and support in all endeavors. To all present tonight, I would like to say in closing, I have enjoyed these last few years with you, and I welcome the future. Thank you, and good luck.
At this time, it's my pleasure to confer certificates and diplomas. Timothy David Wardlow. Jonathan William Moody. Matthew Scott Abel. Esther Aguilar. Chelsea Lee Alexander. William Alex Allen. Michael Lynn Allison. Emily Kristen Anderson. Kristen Lee Anderson. Jessica Lee Ann Ash. Marshall Bailey. Thomas Bradley Baker. Daniel Bruce Ballard. Brian Thomas Berry. Krista Bearden. Tracy Nicole Beath. Richard Bryant Benton. Christian Ann Bernardini. Jonathan David Bingham. Rebecca Lynn Bishop. Kurt Edwin Bittenbender. Jamie Terrell Black. Shelley Shalane Black. Bethany Ray Bohannon. James Daniel Box. Anna Christine Boyd. Kathleen O'Donoghue Brady. Robert E. Brewer. Terry W. Brewer, Jr. Kevin Scott Biggs. Arnie E. Brilia. Antonio Brown. Christopher David Brown. Terrell Austin Brown. Christina Dion Burton. Daniel James Busby. Elizabeth Michelle Byers. Misty Lynn Cavanis. David Lawrence Chamberlain, Jr. Charles Bradford Chisholm. Patrick S. Cobb. Chris Delane Connor, Jr. Brian Matthew Cook. Craig Foster Cook. Julie Lynn Cooley. Deshandra Cantrice Culp. Paisley Leanne Davis. William Clayton Davis III. Edward Charles Deere, Jr. Aaron Wade DeShazo. Elizabeth Lee Dill. Corey Evan Downer. Jamie Lee Duncan. Ricky Jean Dunlap, Jr. Laura Jane Hale Dyer. Michael Caleb Ernest. Corzetta Shaquette Eccles. Helen Marie Eddington. Amanda K. Eggleston. John Jeffrey Ingberg. Amber Rochelle English. Ashley Marie Evans. Charlotte Elise Fano. Mason Faulkner. Sarah Lindsay Ferris. James R. Festmeyer. Brittany Danielle Floyd. Mallory Bess Foy. April Michelle Fraley. Anika C.L. Franklin. Lisa M. Frutiger. Melinda Sue Funk. Martin Gamble. Michael Lee Garay. Charles Robert Garrett. Susan Elizabeth Wiley Garrett. Ashley L. Giannini. Betsy Ellen Glisson. Jason Keith Green. April Denise Grubbs. Christian Onita Haley. Courtney Ann Hall. Del Juan Hall. Jessica Ray Hammock. Keith Travis Hamilton. Matthew William Hammond. Sheila Trenier Harden. Angela Renee Heron. Thomas Matthew Harmon. Justin Reed Hartledge. Bryce A. Hardwood. Joseph William Hatcher. Ashley Nicole Helmick. Michael Eugene Hill. Justin French Hobbs. Samantha K. House. Jason Henry Hull. Lauren Elizabeth Hurley. Ashley K. Ingram. Risha Monique Jackson. Joshua A. Jaffe. Bashar Jamal Jawar. Shakitria Nicole Johnson. Stanley Johnson. Stacy Lee Joyner. Christopher Neal Jones. James G. Jones. Lindsay Alice Jobin. Paul Ray Keeling. Amy Christine Key. Jessica Sue King. Jennifer Louise Klein. Timothy Ryan Clements. Rodney Sean Knight. Robert A. Kogler. Holly Lisbeth Laris. Daniel Leatherwood. Brandy Jean LeBlanc. Derek Wesa Lewis. Nathan Anthony Loafman. Lori Lee Lyon. Joshua Klein Maddox. Lindsay Renee Magliola. Crystal Nicole Malone. James Benjamin Malone. Scott Austin Moretti. Nathan Joshua Morandi. Joy Leanne Marshall. Christopher Ray Martin. Erica Yvette Mason. Jesse Andre Maxwell. Mildred Shante Mays. Dana K. McBroom. Paul Matthew McConnell. John Dustin McGoy. Erica Lynn McLeod. Jessica Elaine McNeil. Matthew Scott Meadows. Wade J. Meadows. Paul Otis Melder, Jr. Tyler Brandon Melton. Justin A. Minsai. Christopher Bryant Merritt. Carolyn Junice Millbrooks. Charles Ray Miller, Jr. Justin Allen Miller. Samantha Lynn Miller. Shannon Denise Miller. Amber Christine Mills. Tina Marie Mills. Kimberly Michelle Mitchell. Raphael V. Moffitt. Joseph Thomas Moore. Leah Marie Moore. Justin Michael Moss. Amy Nicole Murphy. Julie Ann Myrick. Kenitris Renee Nelson. Barrett Wade Nessler. Rebecca Newsom. Cantrell Demario Newsom. Stephen Andrew Nichols. William Arthur Nichols III. Jason Allen Nilsson. Lakeisha Denise Norman. Charles Brian Oatkin. Elizabeth Ann Olds. Amy Marie Otero. Miguel Antonio Padilla. Heather Nicole Parker. Randall A. Perkins. Stanley Brian Perry. Philip Lee Peterson. April Ashley Pierce. Nathan Matthew Pierce. Jonathan Gove Pittman. Robert Matthew Plunk. Marcus Antonio Pope. Adam Lee Pope. Danielle Ray Potts. Kristen Diane Prinkert. Brittany Jean Presley. Tom Price. Jessica R. Puckett. Carissa Shanae Pye. Cassandra Lee Ragsdale. David Lee Ragsdale. Jason Aaron Ray. Thomas Robert Reed. Casey Lynn Reeves. Candace Lakita Rhodes. Erica Valaine Rivera. Natalie Ann Rivera. Amanda Lee Roebuck. Nicole Aaron Rogers. Joseph Gerald Russell. Jessica Amber Ryan. Leslie Nicole Sanders. David Joseph Savinell Jr. Candace Joy Scales. James Bradley Schumann. Katrina Lynn Sears. Gary Lee Seegers. Kimberly Sharice Ship. Matthew Wayne Semino. Edwina Page Smiley. Amanda Joe Smith. Kristen Lee Smith. Kayla Sue Smith. Jeremy Michael Spilly. Ashley Renee Sprayberry. Nicole Stater. Jonathan David Stafford. Ricky James Steckbauer. Stephanie Lynn Steele. Emily Meredith Stewart. John Stock. Robert Bradley Stokes. Amanda Marie Strassner. Kelvin Bernard Street. Lori Allison Strickland. Kelly Amber Swatzina. Katie Renee Swindle. Sarah Lee Talley. Stacy Michelle Tankersley. Kristen Lee Tate. Leslie Rose Taylor. Raymond John Tagano. Sherilyn Elizabeth Temple. Kendricks Mouche Thomas. Kelly Nicole Thorne. Joshua Edward Tidwell. Savannah Marie Tao. Aaron Lee Tracy. Jerry Todd Trent. April Ray Trusty. Allison Lee Tucker. Quateria Tunstall. Christy Lynn Turner. Jessica Camille Underwood. Benjamin Neville Vanderberg. Brian Allen Wallace. Matthew Allen Ward. Christopher W. White. Daniel Keith Witten. Bethany Lee Whittington. Christopher Anthony Wildman. Brock Williams. Alexis Ann Williamson. Nathan Edward Winders. Holly Page Wyndham. Eric Dwayne Woods. Would the graduates please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to present the graduates of the class of 2001.